Good morning, millionaire. And this is Julie Desjardins coming to you from Vancouver, BC, Canada. And today we are talking about transforming your life as we always do, waking up that millionaire in you so that you can enjoy your healthiness, your wealthiness, and your happiness in all levels. And today we have a special guest. You know, I've been holding interviews regarding reversing disease and increasing your life force. And I have this amazing guest, Michael Takamura, who was born and raised in Hawaii. And he's coming to us from Oahu, and being surrounded with a plethora of delicious foods from many different ethnic backgrounds. Over the years, bad eating and drinking habits made him face his health realities. From being overweight for his height and age, Mike was considered 3 times obese based on the BMI standards, and pushed him over from borderline diabetes to actually having type 2 diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and sleep apnea. Being unhealthy, feeling constantly fatigued, and suffering from a mild heart attack, he was shaken up to realize his lifestyle had to change. And today, Mike has lost over 50 pounds, changed his mindset to make health his habit, and that by believing and taking action, he now knows and believes that anyone can reach and obtain what they want. And he's all about health, wellness, and financial success. So I'm just going to turn my camera on. I don't know if you can turn your camera on, Mike.
Okay,
Do you know how to turn it on?
no, not really.
Okay, don't worry. This is Mike's first time using the Google Hangouts. Hey,
Oh,
can you
I
see
think
me?
I did. Did I do that? Yeah, I can see you.
Yeah, woohoo! So coming to us from the park there. This is your
Yeah.
first time using the Hangouts. Aloha! So I met you just a couple weeks ago at Millionaire Mind event, and I was volunteering there a couple weeks ago, and it was Mike's first experience of Millionaire Mind. And of course, you make friends at Millionaire Mind, and you do business networking, and it just seemed perfect there. We're getting a little glimpse of Hawaii. Aloha! Oh my gosh, you're so warm over
Aloha.
there.
Yes.
Okay, so Mike, tell me, first of all, how long ago was it that you decided to change your life?
Actually, it wasn't too far long ago. It was only about last year. I was working at a horse ranch for horseback riding out in the country, and basically started feeling a tight chest, and pretty much got into rushed over to emergency and faced what I had to face. My doctor was giving me warnings from a couple of years past that I was getting overweight, that I was probably heading to what I was feeling at that point. And because I didn't take actions, that's what took place. I crossed over from being borderline to actually having type 2 diabetes, had sleeping problems with sleep apnea. As I was mentioning, when I went to get measured, they told me that based on the standard of BMI, the body mass index, I was 3 times obese. So that shook me up. Wanting to be there and be around for the family and enjoying life, I had to shake myself up. It was awakening. And with that being said, you're outdoors too, Julie. Looks good
Yeah,
from your
I'll
outside.
show you the rooftop view in a
Yeah,
second.
that's nice.
So you can see Vancouver, okay? Just in a second, we'll show you Vancouver.
Cool.
Um, I mean, it really boils down to, do you want to live, right? Like that
Yes.
stirred you up, and the whole universe said, hey, this is not the way to live. And even though we have all these seem to be natural ingrained habits that we're brought up to be, it's okay to, eat these poor nutrient, maybe not even nutrients, like just that we're missing those nutrients that we need for our lives. And then it boils down to, well, why do we want to live? And you said, do I want to be with my family, or am I passing on? It's like usually
Yes.
boils down to the heart, the emotion that says, you know what, I want to live and I want to exist and I want to be happy. Not only do you want to live, but you want to feel good, right? So what
Yes,
was the first, right?
yes. So feeling
Yes.
good, feeling good
Yeah.
and just building, part of feeling good is also basically having that reset, that to change your mindset to having that different outlook and that positive outlook as to what you want to do with your life. You got to search your soul and search your heart and finding what you place as the highest value in your life, and then putting your goals out there and pretty much setting that plan to reaching it. So that's how I got to meet you at the Millionaire Mindset Program. And with that said, there was a lot of things that I've learned. There's a lot of things that now that I have placed as my values and what I desire to work for. And putting your mind and placing that positive energy towards it, anything is possible. There is no impossible. Everything is possible. So even that being said, people overweight or people in that have disease, um, sometimes you think to yourself, well, you know what, I have to face what I face, and it is what it is, and that's what I just gonna live and accept it. But you don't have to accept being sickly. You don't have to accept having being overweight or being diagnosed with disease. People thinking that they can change things and they can change themselves and better themselves. You basically, each person will set what their limits are and what their goals are. So it's just putting it out there. So as I said, I lost over 50 pounds. I weighed over 236. I'm down to 155 about. My goal is down 10 more pounds to 147. And I know that I'm going to get there. But not only that, financially, I'm also have these tremendous goals that I want to reach. And again, by educating yourself, being open to what you want, and placing that mindset forward, you can get there. So with that is one one program that I got on. My diet doctor, not my medical doctor, but I actually went to see a medical professional. His name is Dr. Bruce Katsur at Diet MD. He actually got me on a road to losing weight, and it actually put the body into a form of ketosis. So what ketosis is meaning is you're pretty much cutting out all your carbs, your sugars, and actually getting your body to burn its natural fat. So every person, every human is born in ketosis. When you're born, you're living off mother's milk, you're living off of mother's body fat, you're living off of her nutrients. And as we get older, as we get introduced to formulas, as we get introduced to table food, that's when the body starts to take in, and pretty much we're having other things put into us. So this program, basically, Dr. Katsura, it's a 6-week program. It takes a while. Weightlifters and bodybuilders and nutritionists, they all know to get a body into ketosis takes about 6 to 8 days just to get there. And once you get there, if you put anything in your body that will throw it off, you're immediately out, and then you need to start all over again. So I've worked with doctor. Doctor got me to that point. It was hard work, and yes, diet is hard, and it's a lot of concentrated effort. So that's why there's a lot of people that starts diet. Some of them don't finish because they just give up. They give up on themselves. They give up the diet because they figure it's too hard. So it's easier just to accept what they're gonna accept as far as their health.
Yeah,
Um,
I would say the funniest thing is we have all the information we need, and even if we're not aware, right?
yes,
The information and the resources are available to us, but then we become aware and we get lots of information and we know exactly what we need. But then that discipline and the commitment to follow through and heal ourselves, it is so connected to our emotions, just like our finances. If our finances are blocked, there's something going on with our emotions and our mentality. And that discipline that it takes to keep thinking positive and keep breaking through is it's a whole journey, and it's not an easy path to reverse the negative physical effect or mental or emotional stuff that's going on. But the fact that you followed through and you rescued your own life,
Yeah,
is,
and
that's right there is celebration time that you
it
could
is.
make it through that far where you don't feel like you're dangling at the clutches of death, right?
Yeah, well, health and finances and wellness is it's pretty much in that same mindset. And like I said, I had to get shaken up. Some people has to face realities of perhaps losing their house. My reality was shaken up where I might have lost my life, and that's where I got woken up and said, okay, we're going to do something about this. So doctor put me on a weight program, as I mentioned. Pretty much he started telling me that I needed to exercise. Now exercise is one of the, I mean, although I live in Hawaii and I love to surf and I love the beach and I love the outdoors, running, being told to run 3 miles was just a little bit kind of awakening for me on that part too. However, I did it. I start walking a block, increasing to 2 blocks, going to 3, and then actually started running a block. And now I can run from 3 to 5 miles if I really wanted to. And but I developed, being not a runner, I'm not an endurance person, so I started getting some shin splints and leg pain, and which introduced me to where I'm at as far as a company called Forever Green. They have a all natural product which is called the Power Strip. It's made with Korean red ginseng. Beautiful outdoors behind the back of you there on your rooftop, but it's made with Korean ginseng, marine phytoplankton. It has silver ions and germanium. Now, germanium is a natural on the outside of the power strip or the patch that acts as a heat reflector or the infrared, which takes your natural body heat. So it doesn't use chemicals. There's no medicine. There's no chemicals. It uses natural body heat to heal itself by reflecting your body heat to reach to the pain level to relieve pain. And that's how I could end up running and doing more, and even including weightlifting into my whole program, and not have those leg shin splints and those body pains. And soon after that, I got introduced to another um, product called the Solar Strip, which is purely, it's 37.5 milligrams of marine phytoplankton. So it's the exact same thing that the whales eat out in the ocean. And marine
Ooh, wow.
phytoplankton, yeah, it's considered one of the a whole food and natural whole food that existed from way beyond time to how whales survive and marine life survive, entire lives out in the ocean. And NASA on a report was showing that, we think that trees provide our oxygens within the earth. NASA is saying that marine phytoplankton has a lot to do with the world's oxygen. In fact, more than trees and the plants that we think that provide the oxygen. So you're putting that into your system, and the other product is pain relief. And recently, I've got on this program called Ketopia, which again, the whole process of Ketopia deals with 4 salts. There's magnesium, potassium, there's calcium, and what it is instead of 6 to 8 days, as I mentioned, to get into ketosis, because of these salts, these 4 quad salts, it actually puts your body into ketosis within hours. I mean, and they have ketone sticks where you urine on it'll actually test the ketones in your body. But there's a lot of success stories, including myself, from losing anywhere from 8 to 15 pounds within 10 days. The people that maybe don't need to lose weight loss, they use it for burning their own body fat for natural energy. So instead of taking in carbs, instead of taking in sugars or drinking Red Bull, you're actually using your own body fat to create your own natural energy and provide that energy, and also clear thinking. It clears your thoughts because you're in this natural energy. So it's really, really, really great stuff. I am currently on this program. I have lost, I'd say, about 6 pounds so far within 4 days. And I am looking to, like I said, reach from my 155. I want to go down to 145 and really start changing my lifestyle, not
All
only for the
right.
weight.
Wait,
Yeah,
you just started this new program with the salts, the
correct.
ketones. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. So this is incredible. So we're catching you, you know, at the beginning of really shifting a lot again. So there's always another level of healing and health. Like when I was suffering through arthritis, there was a level where I was just laying flat out. I couldn't barely move, and I was really depressed. And I reversed a lot of that disease. But then, you know, give it a few years later, and I still got other levels of healing to work on. So we can always take another layer of disease out of our system, or always maintain it, at least be maintaining our health, but discovering other items that our body naturally needs and being able to provide the resources to ourselves when we need them is key factor. So you're just mentioning the salt there. I know that is a number one thing in clearing my inflammation, is making sure those salts are at a balanced level, and to be able to test yourself and be clear, like, oh, I understand my body and I understand what's out of balance. So I'm going to need to boost it with the right resource, the quality resource, not just a pretend, here's a pill that's not actually helping you. Because sometimes they have
Correct.
compounds in the salts that don't actually absorb because of the way it's distributed. But to have one that's actually of quality and actually absorbable and compatible to your body and being monitored whether it's actually getting in there is fascinating. So that's another thing too. Many people try to do something healthy, but they pick up something that's a half-ass quality, or they don't be consistent with it, so it doesn't work. So
Yes,
it's important to be
exactly.
like on top of it and monitoring yourself day to day to day to day, especially when you're ingraining a new habit.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's not so much creating a diet or getting, you know, it's making health a habit. Just like you said, it's putting that mindset forward. It's resetting your body, resetting your mind, and creating that energy and that positive thinking of what you want to do. And you know, you just mentioned something to me that in fact I saw the doctor yesterday, the diet doctor, and he told me that based on his research and looking into this Ketopia program, he also discovered that for him, it's not so much the weight loss that he wants to promote to his patient, but it's what you said, that a body in ketosis can actually have an effect um, on pain relief. That um, someone like yourself that has arthritis, that and a body in inflammation, that these ketones are putting your body into ketosis, and these salts can actually relieve and reduce body inflammation. And he was really highly focused on that aspect, because he was saying, you know, Mike,
Wow.
this is really great, because when your body can heal itself of inflammation, this is beyond, I mean, it's out of his words. He said, this is beyond weight loss. It's actually, like I said, resetting your body into an all natural, healthy state. And there is actually other research from other doctors from Southern Florida University that actually, not so, again, I'm not so much focused on the product that I'm talking about, but just your body in ketosis. Actually, he did studies that it helps Alzheimer's, it helps Parkinson's disease, it helps cancer patients, it helps people with autism, because again, it's the body going back into its um, natural self, its natural system, and helping the body to again fight itself against its own disease. So inflammation is a big part of that. And thank you, Julie, for bringing that up.
Well, so is ketosis, okay, so is that the word for, like, when your pH levels are at neutral at a 7, right? Is that
Hmm.
the word for that level? Because I always think, is it alkaline? No, you don't want to be, you're going to add alkalinity and eat alkaline, but it doesn't mean your body's going to be alkaline, because if you were alkaline, you wouldn't be in the center. So it's acidic or alkaline, but you want to be in the center. Is that what the state of ketosis is? That's the name of being balanced, is it?
No, well,
Ketosis?
the body in ketosis, pretty much what that means is your body is burning. So instead of abusing carbs, when we eat bread, we eat pasta, we eat rice, that is pretty much, there's a lot of carbohydrate, potatoes, corn. They all have high levels of carbohydrates as well as sugars, and that's what our body burns. So pretty much the fat is left while our body is attacking our carbs. So with removing the carbs and actually triggering our natural ketones. So we're not, although it's going to ignite exogenous ketones for us, our bodies all produce natural ketones within our cells. So once we eliminate the carbs and once we ignite our bodies to burn and produce these ketones, pretty much that's what's attacking our body fat, and that's all the natural energies that is coming forth. The salts, as I mentioned, the quad salts such as the magnesium, potassium, calcium, etc., that is to ignite, or that's to put in the exogenous ketones that I'm explaining about. So your body might go higher in alkaline readings. Your sugar levels in your body, that will drop along with weight loss. I mean, so one of the side benefactors of having body fat being abused and burned is that people will experience the weight loss. As I mentioned, for those people that are already in a healthy state, or maybe they have 0% body fat and they're just working out, but they want to get that natural energy, again, depending on how you adjust the diet, that's what this product can do for you, and that's what putting the body in ketosis in. So again, a lot of bodybuilders might relate to this, because when they start going to competition, they want to get on stage, they want to look mean and ripped and cut. That's what they do. They actually start to put themselves, and they start to starve themselves, pretty much their bodies, from not having carbs, but pretty much burning their fat so that they can get all ripped and lean. So that's what that part is all about.
Yeah, wow. So it sounds like it naturally a natural sculptor of the body.
Yes.
I'm going to show you the view here. So here we are in Vancouver, and so we have a great view up on our roof because we get to see the whole city. See here. Can you see it?
Yeah, terrific. Wow.
There's
Wow.
Vancouver and the mountains there. And then if you go over this way, it's a little bit muggy out there today, but you can see the bridge, and then in the distance there's the ocean over there where the boats are. Can you see? Oh, can you see that?
I think we might have cut. Oh, there you go.
Oh, hold on. Maybe we
I
went a
think.
little too far for the Wi-Fi. You can see that, right?
Yeah.
So so how amazing. Like, if we don't have our health intact, we might not do things like travel. Like, if I wasn't feeling up for it, I wouldn't be able to be functioning and earning the cash flow that I need to go and travel. If I
To
was
go.
feeling unhealthy, I would feel unhappy. I would feel no energy. I would feel pessimistic about my life and just be like, oh, like I can't even get out of bed today, or I can't work that hard, or not that I want to work hard, but I want to be able to offer my skill set and my values to the world, right? And sometimes people are in transition mode and they got to do things from home for business or for income, right? Or
Yes.
sometimes they just decide I'm going to do my own business because I can work with that type of schedule. So combining the two in this circumstance, you're saying there's also an aspect of business and opportunity. So say someone promotes good health, and then they're able to share it with someone because they're experiencing it is a really great way to be able to share it with someone. But say there's someone who's really good with sharing, and they have a loved one who's suffering physically, and they want to have their loved one experiment and see if this product works for them. Is there a sample pack that they could start with, or where would they begin to really see if this is a good match for them?
Well, the best thing to do is they can look up the products on my website. It's called Healthy Me Hawaii. It's healthy HealthyMehi. So it's not Hawaii all spelled out, but it's Healthy Me Hi dot fgexpress.com. There, once you get in, pretty much you can see all the different products. As I explained, you can look into detail what solar strips does and how it provides. It's a whole food. It's not no mineral. It's not a supplement. It's pretty much whole food nutrition, and again made with 37.5 milligrams of marine phytoplankton. The power strip, all natural, based from a Dr. Bison Kim from Korea, who uses the red ginseng along with marine phytoplankton and silver ions. And then there's the Ketopia program that I told you about that explains all about putting your body into a natural state and burning the natural body fat. So all of
Yeah.
that is available online. You know, should someone want a sample, there is
Yeah.
no problem in that too. You know, the world is at your fingertips, and it's an envelopeable way. So again, we're in the products is in 212 countries. However, I'd be happy
Wow.
to send out samples to anyone that kind of want to try the power strips or the solar strips. And all they need to do is just get a hold of me that way, or maybe they can contact you and we can for the context over that way. But whatever it is, it's again, like you said, Julie, it's all about sharing health. It's about making
Yeah.
yourself available, to the world, to yourself, loving yourself first, because you can get all the finances you want. If you're not healthy to enjoy it, you're not out there to explore. And like you said, you love travel. However, if there is an illness or a disease that's holding you back, no matter what you do, you will not be able to really enjoy
That's
what
right.
you want and what your life goals are. So again,
That's right. So
yeah,
many people, I hear so many people that they just either they just don't have the time to go travel and do live their lives because they're too busy, trying to make a living in that, right?
yes,
But then many people who have maybe time, maybe lots of money, enough money, but they can't travel because they can't even get up in the plane because of their heart or because of their veins or because of they can't handle, they get too exhausted when traveling because they just get so much inflammation because they are so unhealthy. And when you don't move very much, if you don't disturb the disease, you can last quite a long time. But when you move around and you travel and you get up in the air and you change pressure levels, the body is like, wow, you're really sick, by the way. It's very obvious when you start moving around and you travel. So you can't go to your dream location unless you decide, you know what, I got to take care of myself. I need to hydrate myself. I need to be taking the minerals I need, and maybe possibly be reversing whatever's stopping people from really living their dreams or just continuing to live their life the way they truly want to be living
exactly. That's so true. And again, so again, it's placing your highest value, and what you want. And pretty much, to me, the highest value for anyone should be themselves, because loving themselves, accepting themselves, no matter what it was, you forgive yourself from whatever it is that's holding you back, release it and let it go, move forward, because only you yourself is holding. Nobody else can hold yourself back except for yourself. So again, it's a positive mindset. It's creating that millionaire mindset. It's creating that healthy mindset, to wanting to, again, making health a habit, not an event, not creating something to say, this is my one shot program and after that I'm going to go back to what I was before. No, it's you set your mindset to what you want to be, you change it, and then you move forward so that you can reach, and whatever that goal is, and whatever that value to some, like yourself, is travel. Mine is travel too. And my goal is also to have that house, that extremely house overlooking the ocean on a bluff, and creating that
in
part of it. Those are my goals, and I will reach that. And and then we can do those call-ins straight from there, and we can have beautiful view, and we can have meetings from there, Julie. Yeah. So, but again, it's when you told me you had this program about reversing disease, that's what it's all about. It's creating that point. And again, some people, there is some people that face disease that might not be reversible. However, it is to the point where you can reset your mind. You can face what you're going to face, and face it with a positive light, and face the peace that you create within yourself, so that you can create that different mindset. We
Yes.
all have that opportunity to reverse whatever level of thinking that we can. And
And how nice is that you're able to discuss it with your doctor and actually go in? Because I'm sure many of us would like to go to the doctor and feel like he actually hears us. Because the medical process, you just rip it out or treat it with prescriptions. Like surgery or prescriptions always seems to be the answer. But when your doctor was able to actually hear you out and believe, oh yeah, that would be really good for the body. And how nice is that the patient is able to start educating or sharing with the medical system, and the medical system actually, doesn't yell at you for it, but says, hey, that's a pretty good idea. That's a sign of that our mindset is changing together, because it has been stuck for a while as far as in our society to be acceptable. Many times people say, oh, you're crazy. You think that's going to help you, eating some herbs and eating some healthy food? Like, it's like, well, actually, why is that crazy? Ripping your organs out, it sounds crazier. But
yeah.
at the same time, we're advancing, and it's good to hear. It's good to hear that you go and sit down with your doctor and what you're doing. So that's really nice.
Okay,
Here,
Julie.
Mike,
It's
I'm sharing the website, and I want to encourage everybody. If something spoke to you in this moment, when we're having quite a delightful talk here, we could talk for hours. But I want to encourage everyone to go visit Mike's site, and just, if anything was sort of perking your interest, don't put it off. Just go take a peek at it and say, oh, what is this resource that you actually have access to? And when the time is right, maybe something there you're going to partake in that's going to change your life. So I'm going to put that link in there. And Mike Takamura, I am sure you are on Facebook, and people could message you there if they needed to get in touch with you for more connected information.
Yes, Julie. Yes, they can come through you, or they can get on my Facebook page. It's Mike Takamura, and actually from there, I will have a lot of YouTube video links. So it's not a hard sell. It's pretty much introducing product, and it's
Nice.
all natural that people can look at. They can research it. They can do their own due diligence, and even take it to their doctor and share it with them, because
Yeah.
what we're finding out, and more, it's the drugs that are putting people in bad health. It's not so much the drugs we think about, such as marijuana, or other type of heroin, or that. It's actually prescription drugs that are really, really making the people of the world suffer. So again,
Yeah.
creating and finding the all natural parts of it, and all natural states, and finding the healthy means to heal yourself, and reverse the disease that way. I mean, it's the right step. So the earth provides us, the universe provides us what we can get to a better life and better health. And it's just about finding that and accepting that. And lucky thing, I found a great company that has all
Mhm.
those products. Yeah. And I found
Yeah.
great friends like you to help me share that.
Yes, so you've heard it, everyone, straight from the mouth of Aloha land in Oahu, from Mike Takamura, that it is possible to transform your life in health and wealth and happiness. And check out his link. The two things that stand out to me is the phytoplankton. Oh my goodness, that sounds like something I really would love to check out. And I feel really drawn to the phytoplankton, and then of course those salts, the ketones that you were talking
Yes.
about. ketosis state. That's like so me. So awesome, Mike. I've left the link for everyone to go visit,
Thank
and
you.
we will talk to you soon. This has been a great visit. And oh my goodness, hello, Hawaii.
Aloha.
And go out there, everybody, and millionize your life in health, wealth, and happiness, because it's your life to live.
Yes, it is.